class. Today we are going to read on sub procedure with string parameter. In previous classes we had read that sub procedure with numeric parameter, string parameter, changed parameter, that means argument and parameter in with different names. And now today we are going to see parameter in string form, that means a string variable as parameter. There may be combination of string and number also. Okay, then let's see. When we talk about read nationality to check whether one can cast vote or not, that means here in this case we need to read the nationality, that means in word or in the form of string. So when we declare the procedure, we should write something like this: declare sub check nat string. Here we are using string parameter as our subprogram will need this string, that means one string is needed. This is due to the need of string input. That is why here in parameter we are writing one string variable, and we had given here a name that is as its output, because we need to check that one can vote or not. So we wrote here check as some resembling name for the sub procedure. Even if there is string in parameter, the name never takes identifier, that is $sign, in case of this sub procedure that we need to take care, or we need to notice that name of sub program never takes the string sign. Okay, let's see one example. When we do this program completely to read nationality and check whether one can cast vote or not, we write declare sub check as we need to check, and the input with string variable, so string parameter. Now we take the input of string and we pass that. Here we are using separate string variable for taking input, so that same variable is to be passed during calling the procedure. So during calling check we pass this and where the value entered by user is saved or preserved. So when it is sent, it goes to here, that means in the variable nat. We wrote this as, here we had used sub check nat $, so we wrote here sub check nat$. Now we need to check this nat$, this nationality is whether Nepal or not. So if UK's dollar, that means converting that input whatever is available into the uppercase, if it is Nepal, then we can write print you can vote. So as if you want to write Nepali, as it is said here nationality, there may be Nepali, then you can write here Nepali. So in such case, if it matches, if the condition is true, then it will print you can cast vote, otherwise print you cannot cast vote. Yes, so in this way, when we have a string parameter, then it works with the string input. That means for the string input to accept, we need to write string parameter here. So let's see one another example. We have to read two names and print the longer. So two string variable as two names are to be taken as input, and as it need to print the longer one, that means as it is going to give the longer name as output, I had given here the name L name, that resemble to long name, whatever you can give. Okay, so input first name, input second name. So fn dollar and sn dollar are the two variables which are accepting the value given by the user. So on passing these two input, it comes here, fn dollar comes here in a dollar and sn dollar comes here in b dollar. Now we are checking for a dollar is if greater longer than b dollar, then we can say print longer is a dollar. That len checks the length of this or returns length of this string. Len b dollar returns length of string b. So if it is found a dollar or length of a dollar is greater, then it will print longer name is a dollar, else longer name is b dollar. And now let's here program with string and numeric, both the types of parameters are here. So the question is saying we have to read nationality and age. That means one string and one number, numeric variable is to be used here. So and check whether one can cast vote or not. So as we need nationality, we use here NAT string, and as we need age numeric, so we use numeric variable age here, and after accepting these two values, it's passed here called check NAT dollar age. So it is when reached here, it goes over here and it checks if UK's dollar and dollar equals to Nepal, and the is which is accepted here or brought here by the variable a, if this a is greater than or equals to 18, then print you can vote, otherwise else you cannot vote. So in this way, when we have two different types of parameter, two different types of input are needed, then different types of parameters are also can be used. Only what we need to remember is during declaring, first one is string and next is number, so in that same order we need to provide string and the number. So in this way the parameters take its role. Sometimes there may not be any parameters, sometimes string parameters, sometimes numeric parameters, sometimes both numeric and string parameter may be there, and even sometimes there may be 3-4 parameters also. That all depends upon the input, how many inputs and what type of inputs are to be given to that sub procedure. And the main thing that we need to remember is name of sub procedure. This one check here can never take the identifier, that means $sign. Okay, here are some practice questions. Thank you.